I'm Andrew. I sing for the band I Am.
And I'm Tom. I play guitar.
I guess whenever I got hooked on the style of music was I was about 10 or so. My dad showed me a band called Demon Hunter, and yeah, that was up until that point the craziest stuff I'd heard. Yeah, I was just listening to like maybe Linkin Park or Korn at the time, and then he showed me that, and I was kind of blown away. I just sat in front of his stereo replaying the CD all the time.
Yeah, and for me, like, my parents just pretty much played, Christian radio, like in the car or everywhere. So like, I hadn't heard anything like hard rock or heavy. So when my brother's older friend showed him Under Oath, I was like blown away. So yeah, I thought that was the coolest thing ever. I was seeing like music videos like headbanging. I didn't know what any of that was, but yeah, that was really cool for me.
My mom actually took me to my first concert whenever I was, I don't know, I had to have been like 12 maybe. We went to go see Linkin Park in Dallas, and that was crazy. I felt like I was the youngest kid there, so I felt cool there. I was like, oh yeah, I'm at a concert. I went and told all my friends and everything, so it was pretty badass.
Yeah, I think I don't really remember any big shows early on when I was first getting into like heavier music, but I remember there was like a couple of local bands that I went to go see, and they were doing the same thing I saw in like the Under Oath music videos, and I was like, this is really cool, so yeah, I can't really say there's like a first big show that popped out to me. I kind of like gradually got into going to shows and all that, so it wasn't like a huge monumental one at the beginning, but yeah, definitely when I was like, I guess like 15 was when I was like starting my first band with my brothers, and like I'd played shows with I Am with my old band, and then like that's when I started getting involved with like local music in like the Dallas scene and all that.
Yeah, I remember I was in freshman year of high school, and my buddy was showing me this band Bury Your Dead, and they were playing in local venue in Louisville, and so that was my first, like, I guess any type of core-esque or whatever. That was my first like show, like, oh, there's other shows than big concert stadium stuff. I didn't really know anything about it until then.
Sure, every place is really diverse, but I feel like Texas particularly has got a lot going on. Like there's like bands that I didn't even know about like in Dallas that are that are huge, or like they're popping off in like different scenes and all that. But I don't know, yeah, there's just a lot going on. There's like good punk, good hardcore, good death metal, just doing everything really good, I guess.
Yeah, it's hard to
put your finger on.
It's hard to put your finger on it, because I feel like it's a mystery to all of us too. I feel like it's just kind of, we all got the juice, I guess. It's all just there. I don't know. No matter what band is from Texas, you can almost spot them that they're from Texas. You can almost always tell where they're from. Because like you can't. It's kind of hard to tell, I guess. I mean, New York, I feel like you can tell a New York band for sure. I feel like maybe some Midwest and East Coast kind of gets, blurred out. But I guess when you hear those staples from Texas or New York or California, you kind of know, like, that band's from California, that band's from Texas, that band's from New York.
It also feels like there's kind of a common thread of like maybe not a similar sound as in like every band from Texas sounds the same, but like at least if you grew up in a certain generation in Texas, like you're influenced probably by Pantera or Power Trip or Iron Age or whatever like the big influencers are. So like there's kind of like a commonality between a lot of Texas bands, I feel like, as far as what they're into or what they're influenced by. I mean, what excites me about it is that like every band that's kind of popping off right now in the extreme like metal world is definitely having their own sound. Like there's not a whole lot of bands that are coming up that all sound the same. Like everyone's got their own thing, and that's why they're getting attention.
Yeah, nobody's seems like now we're at a time where nobody's scared to do what they want with music.
Yeah,
I feel like there was a point a few years back where everybody was kind of trying to fit a mold and trying to do what they thought they should with that style of music. But it feels like now everybody's kind of just opening up and doing exactly what they want to do, which is the way it should be.
I don't know, yeah, powerful, catchy,
aggressive.
Yeah, aggressive for sure.
Yeah. feel like
not to
feel
talk
like it is.
ourselves up too much, but like also diverse, you know, especially with like the upcoming album, like, you know, with what he was just saying about like not being scared to like branch out. There's kind of like no limits on this new one. Like we're just doing, you know, exactly what we wanted, you know. So yeah, diverse I guess is a good one for me.
I'm hoping that extreme metal will kind of take a step back, more so to kind of the roots, I guess you would say, more so because I feel like everything's kind of going digital and electronic, kind of to fit with the times.
I feel like it's gonna balance out because like there's I feel like for every band that's trying to do like the reinventing the wheel type of shit, like where, you know, everything sounds brand new and like I don't know, digital effects and all that, like for every band that's doing that, there's also a band that's trying to sound retro and like, you know, take it back. So I feel like it's gonna even out overall, I guess. I mean, the older I get, the more of a zoomed out, with better look you get at what's reasonable or like what's feasible, and like I mean, no, it's definitely doable. It just depends on like what you want, you know, out of life or out of music, you know. So it's
yeah, if you're ready to be out on the road 365 days a year, you know, let's go for it. But I mean, you got to have a good plan too. You can't, I feel like, especially if you're out on the road that much, you have to be getting more out of it than you're putting in, you know.
Yeah, you gotta love it for sure.
You have to really love it.
Yeah, I've learned it's like, you know, making money is hard, like with music, is especially. I mean, we chose like a super underground kind of thing anyway, so it's by nature going to be difficult. But
and I don't think most people who do this are doing it to get famous or to get money. You know, that's not. I don't think that's anybody's end goal who starts playing this type of music.
And it works different for every band, but I've learned like it's a long process. Like, you know, it's a long way up.
The longer process it is, I think the better too. I don't.
Yeah, because if it takes a while for you to like get rewards and stuff, then or like get what you wanted to see, then it's you're that much more grateful for it, I guess. So
yeah, it's rewarding and it lasts longer. It's not the quick hype train that falls up, peaks, and then goes right back down, you know.
Yeah.
So everything about doing things DIY while touring is so rewarding. It's you need to get your hands dirty. You need to get dirty. You need to break down. You need to play shitty venues. You need to play to nobody. You need to make no money in merch. You know, you need to be humbled to do this type of music.
And like no band that's like you know, that's like made it or whatever hasn't played like some busted ass shows, you know. It's like everybody, you know.
Humility is the greatest thing for DIY bands. You need to have some humility in this, you know. It's necessary, I feel like.
I mean, also if like everything was going perfect all the time, it wouldn't really be that much. I mean, much of an adventure, I guess.
Yeah.
And like, not to sound cheesy, but like that's kind of what I do like about doing like DIY stuff or, you know, touring, is like it does feel like an adventure, like, you know, like going out with your friends and like doing what you enjoy doing. So it's
you get something different out of it every time.
Yeah.
You know,
so
every tour you get some more knowledge, you know, some more stuff you can use for later in the future for tours, you know.
Yeah, and like going through like the shitty parts of touring with your friends is what makes it kind of an adventure. Like if it was just happy times all the time, it would be like a vacation. It wouldn't be like you're working for anything, but all the obstacles on the way make it like you're working towards something, you know. So